you've written for people like Michael Jackson, Celine Dion. Who haven't you written for that you would like to, like, I want to get into the studio with that person, or I think I could help mold this talent, or even if it's somebody who's been around for a minute, who would you like to work with?
Well, you know, believe it or not, is one of the people I've always wanted to work with was, I shouldn't say that.
Say it.
Say it. Or you got to say it now.
You gotta say it.
Now, come on now.
Now I'm excited. Now I need to know.
Right.
No, well, a lot of people, I'm at my best when I'm wanted. You understand what I'm saying? I'm at my best when I'm wanted. And I've always wanted to just take somebody and just do what they're trying to do and really do it the way they're trying to do it, because I see where they're trying to go.
Right.
I know what they want to do, and I know exactly how to get there. You know, and they're taking the elevator, but where they're trying to go, they have to take the stairs. And so I would take Trey Songz and tie him up.
Do it, Kels. Now that
Give
would
him
be
what it
hot.
is he's trying to do.
You
The
can
whole
already,
album,
you know you've already
everything.
influenced this
Look, young
dude.
fella, this is what you're trying to do. Bam.
Do
You know what I'm
it.
saying? So, but
Let's
you
make
know,
it happen for real.
and I look at everything. Everything is about time, and I'm at my best when I'm wanted, and I'm incredible when I'm needed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So people have to realize that. Though.
Hey, I wasn't going to chase getting a quotable, but you just got us a quotable for the evening, because people will be excited to hear that with the conversation there's been about you and Trey over the years.
Some of Robert Kelly's fans may not have any sympathy towards the fact of what's going on with Trey Songz now in his open investigation. Now, though the alleged incident happened over 3 years ago, we watched these individuals set up these interviews and enable these Insta-thoughts to tell their stories and implicate these celebrities. So, as we, supporters of Robert Kelly, pointed out, regardless of how you feel about the men in general being accused, it does not take away the fact that letting this Me Too agenda override the judicial process is going to be a negative effect for all of us. But because some people were so emotionally triggered, we were called sympathizers. We were bashed. We were taunted over the internet, but that does not take away from our overall message. This whole Me Too agenda goes beyond Robert Kelly, Bill Cosby, and all the other famous names you've seen mentioned, but no criminal actions proceed.
R&B singer Trey Songz is accused of attacking a woman during the NBA All-Star Weekend here in Los Angeles.
Well, today she told her story. CBS 2's Lisa Siegel has her words as well as what the artist's attorney has to say.
I was crying, terrified, in shock.
For the first time, the woman accusing Tremaine Neverson, also known as Trey Songz, of beating her so badly she ended up with a concussion, is speaking out about what happened the morning of February 17th. Her name is Andrea Buera.
I was attending an after party when Trey began yelling at me, choking me, punching me, and ultimately he knocked me to the ground.
Her attorney, Lisa Bloom, says the two had been friends for years, and he seemed to become enraged when she began talking to one of his friends.
I had to go to the hospital because he hit me so hard that I had a concussion.
Buera says the next day she had dark bruises on her body, face, and neck. Last week, she got a restraining order against Songz.
Trey Songz, you picked on the wrong woman this time.
Bloom says Songz has a history of allegations dating back at least a decade of verbally and physically assaulting others.
The day that Trey Songz allegedly attacked Andrea, he was already on probation in Michigan.
Songz attorney Sean Hawley told us, "We are cooperating with law enforcement through the proper channels and not in the media." Now, as for Buera, she felt she had to speak out and also has a message for her former friend.
Trey, I'd like an apology. I want you to get help. And although I'm not your first victim, I'd like to be your last.
The biggest misconception of people talking about Robert Kelly supporters is they're blending a whole mesh of dysfunctional people and their thoughts in with genuine concerns and questions. Like, for example, just because we advocate for Robert Kelly does not mean we advocate for all black men who commit crimes publicly and talk about them publicly, incriminating themselves. With that said, that also doesn't mean we're going to ignore how some of these individuals are making certain allegations and running to these clout-chasing attorneys seeking monetary gain. And with that being said, who are we, the general public, to start making all these speculations about these celebrities' personal and private lives just to feed into the narratives given to us by mainstream media, which puts these celebrities against each other, puts these fans against each other, and keep people overlooking the obvious ignorance, and how these people came out saying nobody cared about the black woman. They bypassed all these other allegations of other artists, and then when black women, prominent black women, speak out, they're bashed on the internet. And all these agents of chaos will fix their lips and say people are victim shaming and victim bashing when they give these newfound insta-thoughts the platforms to tear down people's legacies. Don't ask the questions that will shed light into their true character, and then want everybody to negatively respond to their allegations with no criminal charges. So now you got these people that see what's going on and see they can wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 years and then go to the police with these allegations and then seek monetary revenue.
Over 800.
Maybe 2. Yo, I told Joyner Lucas my body count was 830,000 and he believed it. I was like,
I believe it too.
I mean, yeah, if you say that. I was like, hey, Daddy, you want to be my 831,001 body? And he was like, even if Jesus Christ himself came down and said
Wait,
that.
I didn't know that was Joyner.
That's
I thought
fire.
that was someone else.
Yeah, Chris Brown liked that post. I was depressed for a week.
Oh, yeah, I
straight.
thought it was Chris Brown, bitch.
Wait, so you said...
I wish Chris Brown. Chris Brown
of-
FaceTimed us today. It was like, we
Yeah.
still don't fuck with you.
I'm like, let us suck your dick and swim in the pool.
And
I
we'll
wanna
swim
get
in the
naked.
pool and sign an NDA. And he was like,
Let me get
nope.
naked.
Sweat. You think I'm
felt
lying?
that. No.
You really think I'm lying?
No, I'm
Like,
saying...
you really think I don't have these motherfuckers' numbers?
Bro, wait,
That's
hold
what
on.
suppresses me, because you
No.
want to test my gangster.
Yo, relax. I was shaking my head because I'm like, at least he's smart enough to say no still. That's why I was
Yeah,
shaking
he
my
said,
head.
he still said no. But I was like, we said we want to
I
go to
think he only said
Tropicana.
no. I think
You
he.
might say that.
Okay, say sorry.
His address is on Google Maps.
Say sorry. I think the only reason why he did that is because of
Who's
the Trey
laughing?
shit.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's only because of Trey. Cause
Well, that and we called him a crackhead on last podcast.
After a bit of research, it became obvious to me that these girls being used to make these allegations against Robert Kelly were not the focal point. And once people started to follow the money, they would see the things that I see. And while all these people turned their back on Robert Kelly and ignored the injustice, the people within his camp working against him were doing the most on social media. I believe all these celebrities stood quiet because they knew how they shared similar lifestyles, how some of these individuals have been involved in domestic assault cases, and how some of them had pending allegations arising. So to conclude this video, the same point I made when I started my platform talking about surviving R. Kelly, I don't feel like these industry jump-offs, these insta-thoughts should be given platforms to implicate people when they can very well go to the police and do what they need to do if they feel like they are a victim. But instead, we're seeing these corporations latch on to these women and allowing them to destroy these men publicly, failing to give them their right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. So when you see all these allegations arising against these artists, just keep in mind why all these people try to discredit Robert Kelly supporters. We told you the agenda. I'd like to thank everyone supporting the channel, and just to invite you to go and check out my site if you haven't already, pdpastries.com. We all have a dream, and as you can see, I intend to use my pastries to fund my own company.
Cookie, I'm a cookie monster. Break your back, crack it open like a lobster.